Hello everyone and welcome to SpartanGaming plays Escape Simulator 2. Today we're on the last starship doing the bridge level. Straight after, I could have just gone for the next stage when I did the hibernation pods, but I kind of like coming back here. It's a nice way to start. So yeah, we've just collected the tokens, so we're all done in there. And we have to start over because I don't know why it gives you the option to start over. It's very weird. I guess it's better than not starting over. So yeah, here we go. We start right here in the in this. Again, imagine 8 people in this one tiny little room. Just doesn't work, does it? It's way too yeah. It's a nice level, this, but at the same time, it's this star system here. It has like one of my most detested puzzles that I've done in this game so far. You know, as of recording this, I've not played the pirate level. I've just not had the time. So yeah, maybe there's going to be a worse puzzle than that. I mean, probably. I mean, I have heard a lot of rumors saying that it's not very, it's not as easy as it needs to be. But anyway, there's a lot of things we need to do here. So look, we've been hit by a strange object. Half our hull is missing. That's not a good idea. General power is low. The bridge is in complete lockdown. Our inner hope is to use the tractor beams and bring the object to the cargo bay. Yeah, because, yeah, okay. How does that work? We've been hit by something. Let's drag it in and see if we can leech its power. Maybe the object has enough power to bring us out of lockdown. Ensign, you are our only hope. This is the story at the moment. It's so weird. So the object that hit you, oh, that hit the ship, is this sphere right here. With this like semi-sun-like appearance. So yeah, it hit the hull, destroyed half the ship, and yeah, it caused to have the lockdown. But it still doesn't explain why all the crew's dead. Oh, sorry, missing. And the captain's stuck in the hibernation pod, or that's it. So, have we gone back in time? Is this like before the captain cocked it? I don't know. Like I said, I'm making a story for one that doesn't even exist. So you can charge up and throw shit out the airlock, which is funny, but eventually it just falls to nowhere. So we need to get outside, but as you can see, we don't have a suit on. That's why we need to come into here. If the suit dispenser door gets locked, you have to use the manual override. Remember, when dispensing the suit, you have to bring power to it. Good luck out there. Who locks the door like that? Just use a key, like a normal person. So the reason I'm throwing this out the airlock is because they get in the bloody way. All this shit gets in the way. So, the first thing we need to do is pick up these orbs, which are called star chart drives. There's 3 of them. There's one. There's one more here. And then the other one is right here. And then you place them inside this star chart database. Back up. Okay, so that's that done. Let's give this a read. Ensign, the nav data has been damaged. You have to manually triangulate and find Relay Alpha. When you do, the system will reboot and navigation will turn back online. This sort of puzzle is alright. It's not difficult. I find it more kind of just like yeah, it's there. Let me get rid of that. So yeah, this giant orb with the puzzle piece teasing us. It's just there for some reason. So you notice that these doors with the padlocks and the number underneath, we have to do a redirection of electricity or energy puzzle later on, and that's what these are. You have to get like 2 energy to it to open it up, like 6 to that one, and then the door at the end is this one here, so you need 12. And there's like weapons that you can use. This like it pulls and pushes objects, and use this to get this chest which has some stuff in it, and you know, it's it's cool. And this gun here is the one that redirects the energy, which is I played a game recently that had that kind of puzzle. Reading this will tell you, but we'll get to that later. You can solve this puzzle now, and you can also solve this one now, the communications one. We'll do this one because this is the one that takes a bit longer than the rest. So, in fact, can we do this now? Yep. I can. That's fine. So, as you can see, we need to find Relay Alpha, and to find Relay Alpha, we have to move this between Crux, Leo, and Serpens within a certain digit, and then scan, and it will find it. But as you can see, we don't have Crux, or Crew, whatever the hell it is. We don't have Leo, and we don't have Serpens. So we have to find those three before we can find Alpha Relay. So the first one you can find, Perseus, Corvus. We can't find Leo because we need Crux, so we can find Crux then. Corvus, Lynx, and Proximo, which is basically these three here. And then you don't have to get them spot on because it would be nigh impossible to get all three of them spot on because it's again what was there? Remember they in the Dracula's crypt there was that statue where you had to like to redirect the beam. This has the same annoyance where you click, and this reticule links straight to your mouse. So doing macro adjustments is nigh impossible because you'll always, if you want to move just a tiny bit up, you say you want to go just a tiny bit up, you have to find its center, and it just does that instead. It moves upwards, and you can't really stop it. So yeah, it's a pain in the arse is what it is. It's a pain in the arse. Anyway, so Corvus is 599. Which is 599 is away from it, so like somewhere there. Lynx is 510, and then Proximo is 415. So it's kind of like, was it 510 for Lynx? See, you kind of have to get it just a general direction. Doesn't have to be spot on, but it has to be kind of near spot on. It can be quite frustrating to link three numbers up at the same time, where just even a tiny little movement moves this by like 6 numbers, which is very nice. It's bloody. I remember doing this originally. I was like, this is a puzzle that I hate. I still don't really enjoy it, but you know, I played worse. You know, it's always like it always comes down to it could be worse. You know, it could be worse. I'd like to be able to just use these, the arrows, but yeah, the arrows move you, and these arrows don't. Yeah, they just move the reticule around. It's very weird. So Perseus, Corvus, and Crux for Leo. So Perseus is 453, which is about somewhere there. Corvus needs to be closer. 453, and Crux is about, oh, that's almost spot on. Alright, now it's time, we can get to Serpens now. We found Leo and Crux, so, and Serpens is over this way, because you need, where is it? Draco, which is there. You need Lynx, which is, wait, where's Lynx? Oh no, I'm reading the wrong one, aren't I? It's Grus, Draco, and I keep reading the Alpha Relay. Again, this is just me being stupid. Grus is 399. That's absolute spot on right there. Draco is 470 and Rego is 330. Draco needs to be quite a way away. What's this? Grus needs to be 390, so it needs to be further away. And let's try that. There you go. Nav data missing. So we can find the alpha relay now. So it's between 𝘕𝘓𝘬 and 𝘧𝘧. So it's like 𝘕𝘓𝘬 and 𝘧𝘧. It's got to be like in the middle, isn't it? So 𝘕 is 400. Leo is 403. Serpens. There you go. Oh, serpens. Get rid of this, please. So yeah, Sylph Alpha, Grav Harbor. I thought that's a 𝘱𝘕𝘮𝘮. Then I'm about to say it's Wonder Woman's planet. So yeah, that one's that guy. Again, like you just walk through. You just walk through objects. It's kind of ruins the immersion. We can get rid of this now, so we don't need that. We can do this one next. We can't do this one just yet. We need to go. We need the suit to do this one. This one's not too difficult. It looks complicated. But it's like I said. There's a logic behind it, so you know it's not too difficult for logic. So each square can be filled in with a number. So you know that 0 and 4 are the highest and the lowest. So for this to be 4, this needs to be all 1s. It can only go from blank to 0 and 1. So at least it doesn't go up to like 3. That'll be even that would be even more ludicrously difficult. So we know that those two numbers have to be there. And then you just fill in the gaps basically. So this one has to be 2. So this has to be 0. Meaning that this can only be 1 and 1 to be 2. And again, this can only be 2, so this has to be 0s. See, does that make sense? Again, I'm trying to explain it the way I'd explain it to myself. Which doesn't really help, does it? Let's go to... what's this one again? So 2 could be 1 is 0, so they're going to have to be 0 and a 1. Like that. But this could also change, couldn't it? Well, no, that has to be 0 because that's already got 2 1s. Same with this one. And that one. So the 1 could be either up here or down here. So we'll say 1 there and 0 there. It has to be 0. This has to be 3, so that has to be a 1. See, and then you kind of can't do that because you need another 1 here. So meaning that some of these are wrong. So we'll go back and say maybe the 1's there and the 0's there. Oh, but you can't, can you? Because this already has 2 in it. Meaning that this one, these have to be 0s. Okay, so, and then it would be this one then. So we've already got a 1, so there has to be a 1 somewhere and a 0. So it could be a, let's see, this one is, no, that has to be 1 as well. Well, I messed this up, didn't I? Let's do that one. There you go. 100, 100 at the bottom. That's pretty cool. Let's do 0 there. So it can't be that. So there you go. It confused me for a second then. I always find it's harder to do the puzzles when I'm recording. I did this puzzle quite easily last time, and when I'm recording trying to explain it, it keeps throwing me off my my brain pattern. But yeah, there's like I said, it's not difficult. There's only 3 numbers to pick from. So if it was like 3 numbers, it would be so much more harder. But yeah, that's the solution anyway. So yeah, if it didn't have the 4 and the 0, it would have took a lot longer. Yeah, a lot longer. Even if that was a 1 or a 2. Let's not think about that. So the communications are online. So the only thing we've got left to do now is this here. So they calibrate the star charts. We have these weird star drives which poop out these constellation type things. Looks like a stick man or something. So what you need to do is, if you click on these circles, you can link them up. And all you need to do is basically find this shape and make it using the dots. There's only one space it will fit. Let's just leave it at that, because it can only go one place, so you don't have to worry about too much like going in the wrong place, or you know, going over something else. And yeah, it's very simplistic in its nature, even though it kind of looks like what the fuck. But as you can see down here, this shape here, middle, top, left and right, and then one jutting out, is exactly this shape, just reversed. Instead of it being here, it's sticking out this side, like this. So you just have to make it. It's like this. And then when you find it, those disappear. And we can throw that in the bin so we don't get confused. This one is in the back here. As you can see, there's a triangle here. And then there's 3 arms sticking out. So it's like this. Can I just park that down? How did I put that? Oh, it's on the thing behind it. I thought I farted it into the atmosphere. Then I was just floating there. So I need that actually. So it's up here. This one to that. So it's like this, this, and then this. We could throw that in the bin. This one's the harder one because it's just a weird shape. It looks like a half a horse. You know, like someone's cut a horse directly down the middle. Poor horse. It's really difficult to see this one. But the square is here. For this shape. So it's more like that, and then it's this. No, it's not. I did this last time I played this. That's that one, which is this line here. So it needs to go to this and then like at an angle. So it's this and then down there. And then we look on this again. It's got a leg coming down, so it's like this. And that unlocks the energy distribution. And I got to this point in the game with the gun, and I had absolutely no idea what to do. I mean, I know what to do, but I didn't understand what the game wanted me to how to achieve it. Because there's only one panel we can unlock. We've only got 2 pips of energy, meaning that it's only a level 2 door or below can open. There's only one level 2 door. There's that one there. Oh no, there's 2, sorry. There's that one and there's this one. So you basically, if you look down on the floor, these are your energy conduits, basically, or your lines of energy. And you have to redirect the energy. And I was like, where's the energy then? Because like there's no power coming out of them. And what I didn't realize is, because I'm a complete moron, is if you click on the panel, you can click on the energy and click it onto the correct the correct one. Like, nowhere does it say you can do that. Like, maybe you're supposed to just know. I mean, if the panel is locked, please check all Starship systems are operational. It doesn't say on the in the manual. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's obvious for people to, what, you just click on the screen, you dumbass. But I was like, how am I supposed to get the energy? Yeah, and that's how you do it. And then look, because I've put power into it, is pooped out a line. And then all you need to do is direct the energy to, say, this locker here. It can only go to this locker. So it needs to be like, just like this. It could be, no, it needs to be like this, doesn't it? I don't think it matters actually. Hold on. Yeah, because it's only 0.5 because they're splitting it up. So it needs to be like this, where there's two lines. So if you follow, say, this line here on the right, you follow it all the way up, it leads to B. So meaning that we need energy in A and B. So that's one each. Otherwise, you're splitting the energy from the Y at A. So now it's open. Hold on, let me check that actually. I think my logic was flawed then. Yeah, it still is open. Okay. I thought having a the line on the right hand side. I thought having the this here split up would split the energy. But in fact, it doesn't matter once you've unlocked it. It's unlocked. That's wow. Thanks video game for ruining my what I was trying to do then. That's not very nice, is it? Shit. I wanted to check if that's. So the only other level 2 is the door here. So yeah, because it splits. It'll go one here, then one here. Pretty sure. I think I already did this. So let me. It needs to be that way, so it's coming this way. Yeah, see, it's got one now because you've split the signal. So when I move this to like this, it should be 2. Yeah, okay. So we get this going, which you have to turn on. We want to pull. I need that as well. Thank you very much. In the bin. So these are the fuses we need for this door. So this is the next thing. We need to get this suit, or we can't go outside. We need 9 power. So the power is each one of these. There's the emergency one that we're using now. There's the plasma energy, the solar, auxiliary, and the unknown. Each one of these is linked to an elaborate puzzle, which you have to do. Obviously, the unknown energy is from the orb, and you don't get that till the end. That's why you need 12. But yeah, to open the door, you just follow the pattern here. So the first one is the X's, the X-Man symbol. And then instead of going to this one for number 2, you have to follow the line. So number 1 is this one, and then the following the line means that this one's number 2, which is the this one. And then number 3 is this one, which is the wave. Number 4 is this one. I don't know why they made a door this fucking complicated. If it's right, the door should open up. Audio, and then we need to direct power to the suit. So again, we need to go like that. And apparently that's how we get a suit. Now we can go outside. But we can't jump into space. Which is, yeah, be nice if I could. So this is the solar energy, what we need for this panel here. There it is, solar energy. So we need to use this gun again and put it onto push. And obviously solar energy is from the sun, and these debris in the way. So we just move everything that's covering up the panel, which is... It should be like 80 odd, yeah. And then we'll just have to move these until it makes the correct shape. Not too difficult. Everything fits nicely together. There we go. That should give us 2 more pips. Or 1 in this case. Meaning that that counts as 4 energy. So that's because that's 2 pips. But that's only for level 4. We don't have a level 4 door. We've got a 12, a 9, and then all the way down here is a 6. So we need 2 more energy. We also need this one as well, which is plasma. Which is plasma energy. We can't do. We can do that one just yet. We can probably get 9 actually right now. This password here, we can do this now. So 5, 7, 2, and 8. You'd think I'd remember that, but I've already forgotten it. We can go down here now because we have a suit. We need to pick up these wire connectors. And we can do this. This puzzle's pretty, it's very interesting. So we can't do this just yet. We need another one of these. And it's locked in the door that you need. I love how you can run where you're crouched. It's locked right in here. There it is. So we need to get 6. So 5, 7, 2, and 8. Rightio. So with this one, when you click input number, it shoots that energy from the center and it goes to whatever the these lines are pointing towards. It's not a difficult puzzle. You just have to get the correct number of lines to where you need to be. So it's like it always comes at the center, and so if it's like that, that will give me 1. Which is not what we need. So, and the number is from the panel upstairs, which was 5 first. So if we move this to this way and to that, that means we can get these 3. But we have to make sure the energy can travel through them. That's 3. And then we can come up here and do it this way. Which gives us 5. Then we need 7. So if we come this way, we can get 3 here at the top. The energy would travel to these 2 as well. That's 5. But then it will also then travel. Oh no, it won't travel up here, will it? Because this is in the way. So it needs to be like can't travel to these ones, so it's only 6, so that's not right. If it goes upwards though, it can split to here like that, so that's 3. So that's 3 there, and then down here is another 2, and then we'll come down to this one. So that's too many. Let's try that one. 7. But then we only need 2 for the next one, so it's going to be, let's do it this way. We'll turn that off. That should be 2. And then we need 8, which is the the harder one. So it's, oh god, it's like, so it's 3, 6, it's 9, so it has to be all but 1. That's 3 down here. It needs to be like, we'll come out here, go up here to 1, and come all the way this way. That's 2 there, so it's 3. So it can't be that, because that's not enough. So instead of that, let's do it this way. Comes up here, hits those three. It comes down here and hits these two. Splits down to the bottom. Let's make an 8. Yeah, I like this one. It's a fun puzzle. Like, yeah, yeah, I liked it. Very fun. So now we've got 6. Let's change the power distribution. So oh no, that's already flowing that way. As you can see, the wire goes to here. We need 6, which means let's do that. So it needs to be from A can be. Let's go. Numbers can I use actually? Let's check. So you can't use C, and you can't use D. Oh no, sorry, you can't use. So it's A, B, and C. Because D juts off to the right. Doesn't cross anything. So these two can be connected, so that counts as 4. I mean, he says it needs to be like that. Oopsie. That needs to be turned that way. That needs to be that way. And that way. And it's open. So this the puzzle for the plasma was quite interesting. I looked at it and I was like, what? But it kind of it makes sense. You basically you just have to connect the blue and red to well, to themselves. And because you only have 3 of these like, connector things, there's only one place it will fit. So like this one, for instance, there's a straight line, and we know that blue needs a straight line. So we need to just be like this. So blue goes all the way down to blue. I can't crouch anymore, but it doesn't really matter. But the next one will be this one. Again, blue connected to blue. Ending up, this one has to be here. There you go. It's nice and simple. I originally thought this one was going to be difficult. I didn't do it correctly when I first did it. Like, to me, I needed to like get all these together to like spell something. But it's not. You basically it even says here you have to set the plasma distance to less than 9, and each time you grab one of these, you can rotate it. Obviously, the more compact they are, the lower the number. As you can see, that's 8.8. That's easy. Then between 8.5 and 8.50, we've already got 8.8, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Quite finicky with where you put them. In fact, that made it worse. Interesting. Let's try like that. And then we need to put a distance more than 8.3, which is the easy part. You just have to move them all at a weird angle. The more the touch, the better. And this one will be like this. I was kind of hoping that this was more of a make the shape, like to have to get them all to line up, but no. Sad, really. So we can have 9 now. So 2, 4, 6. No, it's 8. What about 9? What? Wait, what? Oh no, the plasma energy counts as 3. Of course it does. So we have to redistribute these actually, because I'm pretty sure that's not going to work. So our objective now is to get energy from here all the way to this machine here, because it needs 9. It can only have 3 wires. So as per usual, it has to be a specific way. So that one has to be that. So you want A to be 3. There's 3. And then we'll go to the second wire, which is here. Again, it can't connect to another wire because then it will split the energy. So we can put it into B and C. B and C. So, oh, there we go. It's already done. Nice. So these joined up down this wire, all the way down here. You don't even need the this one. I mean, technically, if I change that to that, it would still be 9. Ah, this is the worst puzzle in the game for me. I detest these puzzles. You have to basically align trajectory fields to position to positives. Each time you click on one of these, it removes the opposite, judging from where the arrow goes. So if I click this one, it would light this one up, but get rid of this one. You know, makes sense. I could be here for like the next 40 minutes. I don't have any love for these puzzles. I fucking detest them. And there's no way I can skip it either, so yeah, I'm just going to go quiet and I'll speed up the video and hopefully not have a massive cut where I'm just tearing my face off. I don't know the logic between that. That was me just fanning around. Yeah, I really don't like those puzzles. I just, they can be easy, and then if you get everything like, there's probably like a really simple solution. You know, you click a certain specific number of a set number of them, and then it, yeah. But yeah, that's for someone who's got a bigger brain than me, which is probably everybody in the world. Anyway, let's we have to throw all the power into this door, so it's let's have a look. It has to be redirected correctly, and it can't be splitting anywhere, so that's fine. This one all the way around here. Oh, there we go. It was just this one. Yeah, it's not too difficult. And then that's the end of the level. Yeah, the this one's not that bad. The cargo hold, the next level is quite. It's all right, and then the one after that is yeah. I kind of lost interest after this one. I'm really hope that the pirate levels are actually hold my 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 interest. Oh, somebody's scabby hand. Congratulations, you escaped. Thank you very much. I'm gonna stay there because I need to find the bloody puzzle pieces. I found one of them outside, and that's it. I don't know where any others are, so I'm gonna have a look around. So yeah, I'll do that, and we'll do it in the next video, peeps. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and all that, and yeah, stay frosty and see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye bye.